So if you ever want to do ravioli, one of the great ways to do this in a restaurant is to get yourself a ravioli tin like this. You can find them sometimes at thrift stores and rummage sales. Otherwise, you can find them online. They're about 10 bucks a piece. But this is the fastest way to get consistent ravioli and knock them out really quickly. So what you want to make sure you do is throw some flour down. That way the ravioli will pop out a lot easier for you. So there's always the ravioli filling side, and then there's the press side. You can see the press side here. That's going to give us our notches. So I've already rolled out pasta dough down to about a 2. And depending on your roller, you may have to adjust that. So we're just going to do a half a sheet. And I just want to lay that down. Now, one of the things you can do here is you don't want the pasta to crack. You want it to stretch a little bit but not crack. And so you have to be really gentle when pressing these down. Depending on the filling by itself might press them down, but we're doing a goat cheese, so I don't want to have to apply a lot of pressure there. So goat cheese filling, we're just going to do real quick here, right in that center. And then what you want to do is you want to come back with your egg wash, and you egg wash in between, because these are each going to be cut out as individual raviolis, so you have to get all of the edges all the way around for this to work out well. And you could use a brush, but a brush tends to get a little crazy as far as the egg wash all over the place, and that's the last thing you want. So we have the other half of the sheet that we can just lay over the top now. And we want to start from one end and kind of push the air out before we actually crimp this down. We don't want air stuck in our ravioli. So at this point, it's nice and flat, and now I can bring my crimping back on, and I'll line up the corners, and I press down. And while it's not going to cut the pasta, what it's going to do is it's going to give me these wonderful little lines that I follow with my cutter now. And these cutters, by the way, you can pick up for $2 or $3. This is a great tool to have for multiple uses. So just check one out at your local, I don't know, kitchen store or whatever. Otherwise, I always find them when I'm thrifting. It's a good little buy. But so you cut off your scraps. You can save that for that grittata that we did a little bit earlier. And then all you have to do is you flip them out, and you have your nice, consistent ravioli. Now, if you're doing these in a restaurant, I would suggest putting these in a freezer on a sheet pan and then grabbing them from the freezer and going directly into boiling water. But you have some goat cheese ravioli, you can make that into a dish, and it's a really, really nice, consistent product, same size, same shape, all the way across.